Beware, the world is full of not-so-wise, dangerous people. Watching them flaunt pieces of wisdom on social media may lure you into their false and incomplete knowledge. But you must be careful. There's a foolproof way to test their credibility. Stay tuned, we'll be revealing it anytime soon. Beep! The wisdom alarm has just rang. I can see you raising a question on my claim. That, my friend, is what we're going to talk about today. Luckily, we have a lot to justify our claim and satisfy you. So stay with us till the end to learn something Socratic that can change your entire thought process. Before we really dissect Socrates' ideology, let's begin with something unfortunate. 470 BC to 399 BC was a shallow and naive era in Athens for understanding the work of gems like Socrates. Being accused of corrupting the youth, Socrates' only crime was to ask questions and investigate the urge and understanding of truth and wisdom among people. Though his method of questioning laid the foundation for scientific logic in the future, he was poisoned for shaming many credible men with his illogical question. Sad, right? But don't be, because he left us with gold nuggets. He figured real wisdom was knowing you don't know everything and using it as a foundation to learn and explore the truth. So he'd bug people with questions, breaking down their big ideas into smaller pieces, asking about definitions and assumptions, and checking if their arguments made sense. You must learn something of core importance here. Questioning doesn't mean bugging someone. The Socratic methodical questioning was a hierarchical approach to discovering the truth. For instance, if someone says God is one, our question might be, how can he justify the claim? This is where the narrator can either make it or break it, and that's the essence of questioning. If the guy on the other side can justify his claim with logic, we'll definitely surrender before him as a great philosopher or someone extremely knowledgeable. But if he can't, how can he earn the badge? You can only find the truth if you see yourself as someone with limited knowledge, and questioning is the key to unlocking the wisdom treasure. Socrates left a mark on his students, like Plato, and indirectly helped shape how we do science and philosophy today. Even though he caught some heat for his way of doing things, Socrates stuck to his guns, believing that asking questions was the key to finding out what was really true. So you've now got the idea of the Socratic method, right? That relentless questioning style Socrates rocked back in ancient Greece. How is it relatable to us? Here's one answer to it. In many ways. For instance, in building credibility. The Socratic method and credibility. Socrates believed in questioning everything to test the truth of claims. Fast forward to today, and this method isn't just a relic, it's your ticket to a credibility boost in the personal branding game. Imagine you're in a meeting and instead of doing the nodding dance, you channel your inner Socrates and throw out a well-thought-out question. What happens next? Boom! You just leveled up your credibility. Why? Because you're not just a passive listener. You're someone who seeks authentic knowledge. Building trust. Trust, that's the magic word. People trust those who question because it shows you're committed to understanding, not just going with the flow. And in the world of personal branding, trust is the secret. Socratic method illustration. Now let's talk about authenticity. Socrates faced some serious heat for his relentless questioning and even sacrificed his life. Now we're not saying you need to go that far, but embracing authenticity in your questioning can take your personal brand to the next level. Authenticity is gold in today's world. People resonate with those who aren't afraid to challenge the status quo, just like Socrates did centuries ago. Quick tips when practicing the Socratic method of questioning. Don't fear asking questions. Use them strategically to navigate conversations, challenge assumptions, and most importantly, build your credibility. It's not about knowing everything. It's about acknowledging how little you know and having the courage to seek the real truth. That's the Socratic shift. And when you embrace it, get ready to see your personal brand soar. Socratic method in your career. Now let's connect the dots to your career. Whether you're a freelancer, entrepreneur, or climbing the corporate ladder, the Socratic method is your secret weapon. In a meeting, when you ask questions, you're not just seeking information. You're demonstrating a desire to get to the core of things, to separate fact from fiction. And guess what? That builds trust, and trust is career currency. Imagine your boss seeing you as the go-to person for critical thinking. You become the problem solver who doesn't just accept the status quo, but challenges it strategically. Socratic method and decision-making. Decision-making. We all face it, right? The Socratic method sharpens your decision-making skills. You're not making blind choices. You're making informed, thoughtful decisions because you've learned to question and analyze. The leaders don't just follow trends, they set them. And the Socratic method is your toolkit for setting trends in the authenticity game.